What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a good day. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created these colorful neon punk like Rockstar style nails. These nails have been trending lately, so I wanted to do a set of my own. I got a little bit of inspo from Pinterest, but I'm not sure who the nail artist was, but I got the inspo for the little smiley face nail from that nail tech, but like I said, their name or their Instagram wasn't tagged, so I'm not really sure who it was, but I thought it was really cute, like the style of it, so I incorporated that into my set. So right now, as you can see, I'm prepping my nails. I applied 1 layer of dehydrator and 2 coats of Young Nails protein bond to prep my nails, and then I'm going in with a layer of base gel because the base on these nails is going to be polygel, and most of the nail art is going to be done on top of the nails. So I'm just going to be doing the base really quick, which is pretty simple. I'm going to be using this nude shade from the Modelones All Seasons Polygel kit in the number 439. It's like a nude pink shade, and for some reason it had like a lot of bubbles in it. I'm not sure why I had so many bubbles, but when that happens to you when you're applying polygel to your nails, you can like poke the little bubbles out with the other end of your polygel brush and then kind of just continue patting it in place. And this polygel is really soft. I tried to do 2 nails at once and it was kind of like running into the cuticle area a little bit, so I had to keep wiping the cuticle area. So after I did the first 2 nails, I kind of just did 1 at a time and like flash cured it really quick to avoid it running into the cuticle area. It was probably sitting in my drawer for a while. It might have been more warm than usual. That's why it was like a little bit more runny. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm just doing 1 layer of this on all of the nails because like I said, most of the nail art is going to be done on top of the nails, and this nude shade is going to serve as like the nail bed color for the French nails that I'm going to be painting later on. And it's just like a nice nude base that you can paint over it. So usually I just squeeze the polygel right out of the bottle. I'm using isopropyl alcohol as a slip solution. So when I squeeze the polygel out of the bottle, you can see the little rounded end that squeezes out of the bottle first. I use that to build my apex. So I start by patting the polygel very thin around the cuticle area and onto the nail bed to build my apex. And then the rest of it, I pat it side to side down the nail. And as you can see, I'm poking out like the little bubbles because there was like a lot of them for some reason. I'm not really sure why that happened. There was nothing different about the bottle of this one for some reason. But yeah, anyways, besides that, I'm smoothing out the polygel and looking at my nail from different sides to make sure there's no bumps or anything before I go ahead and cure. These 2 nails had like the most bubbles for some reason. The other 2 didn't really have it. It could have been because I squeezed it out too fast, or the fact that the polygel was really warm and it could have been the cause of so many like bubbles in the polygel. It's like I thought I was going to go ahead and just apply this base color so fast and like be done really fast, but it's like always something goes wrong whenever you do nails. Like when you think it's going to be fast, it turns out to not be fast. That's just my like luck for some reason.
Ringy. Ringy.
Okay, so now that I've cleansed the nails with isopropyl alcohol, I'm gonna go ahead and start debulking the nails. I'm using a 180 sanding band and my mandrill bit. I'm also using the Saviland nail drill and my Melodysusie dust collector. Links to everything that I'm using today will be linked in the description box, along with any discount codes that I have and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just using this 180 sanding band because I didn't make these too thick. And I did that on purpose because later on I'm going to be adding so much nail art on top of these that they are going to thicken up a little bit. And I hate when I make the nails thick and then I add nail art and then they're like really thick and like wide. So I purposely didn't add too much product. I added enough to where they're not going to break, but later on when I add the gel polish and stuff and all the bling and stuff, they're going to get a lot thicker later on. So that's why I'm just using this sanding band really quick just to file them up and neaten up the shape and everything like that. And another reason why I made sure to pat out all the bubbles is because I didn't want to be able to see the like little filed bubbles after I filed my nails, because if you don't poke the bubbles out of your polygel and then you go to file them, they will show up in your polygel like a little like a hole in the nail if you don't poke them out. That's why I made sure I didn't have any at all. So yeah, when I do file the nails, as you can see, I'm going around the cuticle area a few times to like seal around the cuticle area, and then I'm filing over the whole entire nail, side to side, and then like along the sides. You can file up and down. With these I was filing more up and down because they weren't really that thick. I was also making sure to file underneath the nail and kind of along the sides to redefine the shape before I go in with my hand file. so now I'm going to take my 180 grit hand file and I'm going to go ahead and shape up the nails now that I'm done debulking them. So I'm doing a long tapered square for this set. So I'm taking the bulk off of the sides of the nail first. I hold my file straight and file along the sides of the nail. I make sure to alternate sides to avoid filing one side in too much. And then to get the tapered square look and taper in the tip, I just hold my file straight but at an angle and then file in towards the tip of the nail, and that's what's going to give the nails that tapered square look. If you wanted more of like a coffin shape, you would just keep filing in towards the tip of the nail. I also do file over the surface of the nail if I feel like I want to neaten up the shape a little bit more. And then I file the free edge by holding the file straight across but at an angle and just filing straight across the free edge. And I do make sure to buff over the nails to smooth out any rough edges or scratches in the nail before I go ahead and do my nail art or anything like that, because it will show through.
Ringy. Ringy.
Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and start doing the nail art. I'm going to start by painting the base on this nail with this holographic rainbow glitter gel polish. I can't find this exact one that I used on Amazon, but I did find other brands with the same exact color. So you can see in the description box like where you can find everything like by the category in my Amazon store. But yeah, it's a really pretty holographic like rainbow glittery gel polish. It's a cat eye gel polish, but I just like to use it by itself. It's still really pretty that way. I'm just wiping off the edges so the sides don't look really thick. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure that, and then I'm gonna start by painting the French on this nail. I'm using this black gel polish from Nail Reserve LA. It's called Black Reserve. I really like their gel polishes, especially for nail art. They're really thick, but not like too thick where it's like hard to use, but they're thick so you can do nail art with them and paint them in one coat. As you can see, this black is really full coverage in one coat, because I hate like polishes where you have to go in with a second coat after you do the French, because then it really bulks up the nails. So I kind of use my detail brush first to paint a rough outline of how I want the smile line. I'm dragging the corners all the way up to the cuticle because that's my favorite thing to do now. So I kind of do that and then fill in the tip with the polish brush right out of the bottle, and then I go back in with my detail brush and neaten up the smile line. And I just use a little bit of isopropyl alcohol to clean up if I feel like I messed up or anything.
Ringy.
On this nail, I'm going to be painting the French with this hot pink disco gel from Liberty Bugs in the number B352. This is the first hot pink disco gel that I found that actually looks hot pink without it being under the flash, and it's really pigmented. You can do nail art with it and everything. It's really bright and pretty. I'll see if I can find it on Amazon. I originally found it on Shein, but I don't know if Amazon has it. But if I can't find it on Amazon, you can get it on Shein if they still have it. But yeah, it is like that really sparkly like disco gel, but it's hot pink, like a bright hot pink. Most of the disco gels that I've tried in the past were like dull unless you put them under the light, but who's gonna be like walking around with like flash on their nails all the time? So that's one thing I really hated about the disco gels. And one day I was just wondering like if I could find like a bright one that looks bright when you look at it, and that's how I found this one. On this nail, I'm gonna paint the entire nail with this bright neon orange shade from Nail Reserve LA called Juicy Mango. If you're looking for a really hot, bright orange, like neon orange, this is the one. This color is so pretty. This orange is so poppin', especially for summertime with a tan. It is really, really pretty. I have like other neon oranges, but for some reason this one really pops, and as you can see, with one coat of it, it's full coverage even on my long nails. To paint the star on this nail, I'm going to use that same black shade from Nail Reserve LA and Black Reserve. So to do this, I kind of just make like a little A shape first, and then draw a line off to the side and make another A shape and do the same thing at the bottom, and then kind of fill it in. I was going for like that Rockstar punk look, so I wanted to add like a little star to the nails, so that's what I'm doing. And you could kind of just neaten up your lines a little bit as you fill in. For the design on this nail, I'm going to use some Born Pretty blooming gel to do a design, like a blooming gel design with little brush flicks. So I'm painting the entire nail with the blooming gel first. I'm not going to cure because I have to add the polish first and let it bloom and then cure. So I'm using my detail brush in this really pretty purple shade from Nail Reserve LA called On Fire, and I'm making little brush flicks like going from the sides of the nails all the way up and down. So I'm doing it like going one way on one side and then the opposite way on the other side, and then the lines kind of just bloom and it creates like this cool effect. It's just like a little random design for like the base or the charms on my nails, and then I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. And now I'm gonna go ahead and paint the little squiggly smiley faces I seen on that one design from Pinterest. So you kind of make like a little blob. I'm making them thicker on purpose to give it a 3D effect. I'm using this highlighter green shade from Madame Glam called Celestial Jungle. It's like the perfect neon green. As you can see, I'm making kind of like basically like a little bean shape. That's the best way I could describe it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cure and then draw like the little smiley face with the black. The smiley face is gonna be not like a normal smiley face. It's kind of like eyes, and then the mouth kind of goes off to the side with like the rest of it. I thought it was really cool looking, so I wanted to add it to the set to make it look unique and different. Almost kind of like a melted smiley face effect where the mouth is just like melting off to the side. I'm gonna use this blue shade from Nail Reserve LA called Love Fling to paint the zebra print on this nail. So basically you want to use the tip of your brush to get thinner lines. This brush is the size 9mm, by the way. It's one of the Melodysusie nail art brushes. It comes in a set. I really love these brushes because they're good quality and the tip of them is really thin, so you could get thin lines. So yeah, you basically make longer and shorter lines and like these little Y-shaped lines, but when you're dragging them out from the side of the nail, you kind of like wiggle your brush and it gives that realistic zebra print look. Last, I'm gonna go ahead and add charms to the nails. I'm using silver and chrome style charms to complement this set. I've been seeing a lot of these punk style nails on Pinterest and Instagram. So you kind of use like silver type, chrome type charms. I'm also using some mixed like AB type rhinestones as well, but yeah, it gives it like that punk style vibe. I'm also using some star charms and stuff like that, and the crosses and stuff. Everything comes together like after you add all of the charms. It just gives like that punk kind of look. I like that look, especially with all of the colors. I think it looks really cool and I think it's different. I get tired of like doing the same thing all the time, so I always like try something new, and you can always mix it up like with the designs and everything. Like on my other hand, I did like a little smiley face with the X's and I changed up the colors, just stuff like that. It's like random. It's pretty much all I do, and I just top coat the nails and all of the charms when I'm done. The reason I top coat my charms is so that they don't lose their coating. The little chrome beads tend to like lose their coating when you wash your hands and stuff, so charms like that, you want to make sure that you top coat them to be on the safe side. But yeah, I hope you guys like this set. I wanted to try something new. I think it came out really cool. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Would you wear this style of nails or not? And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe before you leave and hit the bell so you get notified when I upload videos every week. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Love you guys.
Ringy. Weenie.